What's up? Where's my app? All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome back. I did say in one of my last videos that I thought we were gonna end it. I was gonna wake up to 0.588 XRP price. It looks like that's not exactly what happened. I woke up to it being at 60 cents, which is 61 cents, which is even better. Obviously, I woke up just in time for it to go to that 61 range and then drop back down. Pretty much, we're having a welcome to the stream, guys. I was just pretty much saying how in one of my last videos, the last video I did for yesterday, I mentioned wanting to wake up to an XRP price of 0.588. It looks like I woke up to an XRP price of 61 cents, which is even better. Obviously, we're having that drawback here, but it does, based on everything starting from here. Honestly, this is really what did it. What chart am I looking at? Pretty much starting from here, it's really what got us all the way down here. I mean, it's a long process. We're definitely there. A lot of analysts are actually saying that this might be the one of the best times to buy XRP for years. So it looks like a lot of analysts are actually very bullish on XRP. I mean, I'm bullish on XRP myself, but it seems like a lot of analysts are thinking that we might not see anything under $1 for years to come. So who knows? It might actually be the best time to get in. And that's just pretty much a lot of the things that this analysts are saying. So they do strongly believe, and I did have an article pulled up, but I think I exited. But they do believe that we might not see prices like this for years and years to come. So that's just something to keep in mind. And somebody else said in another stream that they thought that we already hit the low of the correction, and it looks like they might be right, because it looks like we are starting to pretty much pick back up where we left off. And by that I mean like where we left off when we started pumping for like that 1 week and a half or so, that we pumped all the way up to like 70 something, 96 something on Coinbase, I believe. And that's kind of why I don't like Coinbase, man, because like it's easy to buy crypto and stuff, but it's like XRP went to 96 cents and then it crashes. It's like, come on, man. Like, that's when we need you to work your best, not crash. But welcome to the stream, guys. Just here looking for this pump. I'm thinking we're gonna hit somewhere around the 70-cent range before the end of the day. At least that's what I'm hoping for. I do hope we don't bump back down to 55 cents, because that was pretty much a heavy support at 55, and that's how pretty much we were able to make it all the way up here. On top of the bullish sentiment that some of the analysts are having on XRP, there's also a lot of bullish stuff happening with Bitcoin as well. Some people are predicting 30,000 by the end of 2020. Some people are predicting 40,000. So I mean, obviously that's good news for XRP too, because most likely if Bitcoin hits that 40K, we're going to be hitting our all-time high as well. But it's interesting, because you didn't see this type of heavy bullishness before. You didn't see all these articles saying like, it's gonna hit 30K, XRP's not going to be this low for years. You don't see these articles. We haven't seen them for years. And then all of a sudden, like, all this starts, and it starts to go kind of like in a frenzy mode. But I am glad that the mainstream media is not covering it too much, to my knowledge, because they just hype stuff up, man. That's the way I see it. Like COVID, yes, COVID is serious, I guess. But they hyped it too much. They hyped it to the point where like makes people very, very scared, you know. So, but that's not what we're here for. But my point in saying that is just that, what's it called? My point in saying that is that if the mainstream media was to do that again, like they did back in 2017, that obviously this would be pumping hella hard because of that FOMOing of random people that some of them might not have even heard of crypto and they just jumped in because they saw that it was popping, you know. So obviously today we're probably going to be having a very strong resistance at 65, most likely. I just hope 55 we don't re-hit 55, because 55 was a pain. 55, 56 cent range was a pain in the butt, man. Finally got past it. Although it was only like one day, but still it was, yeah, too much. And let me just make sure that this is working. Okay, I can hear myself. Cool. Hope you guys are having a good morning, good evening, good night. I don't know. So yeah, it looks like, yeah, the 61 is going to be a little rough here, but let's just see what happens. I was kind of blown because I was like, damn, man, if I woken up just a little bit early, I could have woken up around here or something, and then ridden all this all the way up. But I do see something like this happening again shortly. I still need to figure out how to add music to the stream, man. I don't know how to. Of course, I don't think I can add any random music, but like some type of tunes, you know, it'd be sweet. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? XRP. So I mean, yeah, obviously, a lot of optimism around it, regardless of the correction. But I mean, the correction is something that a lot of us kind of already expected, anyways. This is not the article I was talking about, though. But oh well, I'll find it later and add it to like something else later on. But yeah, there is a lot of optimism. There's a lot of very bullish talk, you know. I mean, obviously, it's easy to talk bullish when we're seeing things like this, obviously, but it's nice to finally have that again. It's nice to not have to be hearing like, oh, it's never gonna go past 20 cents. It's never gonna do this, you know. Yeah. Even though we all knew it was BS to begin with, but it was just a little too much. Let's look like we're struggling a little bit here around the 60, I think 60.09, 08. Yeah, 08. We're going to be struggling here a little bit, but I don't think that we're going to be messing around here too long. Hopefully we don't start to trade sideways too hard, but see how this goes. See how obviously BTC is going to look very similar in a way. Not quite, but it's essentially the same thing. Yeah. Let's look at the 5-day, because I think the 5-day probably looks sweet now. Oh hell yeah, look at that. It's like prime for that, man. What did we hit here? We hit 60.09. That's not the highest we hit though. Yeah, we hit around 75. 77. I guess we hit around 78 cents. It's weird. How come on Coinbase we hit what is it called? How come on Coinbase we hit 96 cents, but everywhere else was like 76, 78 cents? That's, I mean, obviously the markets are not all like running together, but it's like, you know, like the people really get that excited and just start buying on Coinbase or something. I don't know. Let's go back to the day. Honestly, the clear resistance is pretty much right there. So we just need to break past that. I'm pretty sure it'll become a support after we get past it. I like missed this whole pump, man. I was kind of, I mean, I'm still not like sad about it, I guess, because I mean we're still winning, we're still doing good. I'm just trying to find some stuff here. Crap, I forget to click this and then I try to like put stuff up. Let me just check something real quickly. Let me make sure that's right. So yeah, apparently Ripple is planning to sell like, or is selling 33% of its MoneyGram shares. I wonder what that's all about. If they're planning something big or something, I don't know. Probably are. You know, it's wild though, because like we always get like these news and stuff and like updates. Not always, but like, you know, oftentimes we get updates and stuff with like the Ripple team saying like, oh hey, we're doing this, we're doing that. But now throughout this whole pump right now that we're having, like there's been like no news. You know, I mean, obviously this is news now that they're selling 33% of 33% of their MoneyGram shares. But I'm sure they have a good reason why they're doing it. I think they probably see more value elsewhere. Cause I don't know, MoneyGram is good and all, but it's like, it's. I feel like it's, yeah, it's a good. It was a good start for Ripple, that's for sure. Or it was good. Um, yeah, I'm sure you guys heard PayPal. Apparently, it's letting you buy, hold, and sell crypto. The catch is you can't. I mean, you can cash it out if you obviously exchange it to like USD or whatever it may be, but like it doesn't actually let you transfer your crypto out. So it's like if you buy crypto there, you have to sell your crypto through there. I'm sure the reason why they do that is so they don't have to complicate things with wallets and stuff. And on top of that, so probably they can charge you better fees that way, most likely. Oh, man. Oh, that's looking nice, right? Like in a negative way. Don't mind me. At the same time, I'm gonna be checking Reddit a little bit. I just started like a discussion on it. I do want to find that one article that I was talking about though. I mean, there's that one. Now, I wonder if it actually says why they're selling it. We will remain a significant shareholder in MoneyGram following the sale. They're clearly a leader in the global payment space in over 200 countries and territories. In just over a year, we've made incredible progress and look forward to continuing to work alongside MoneyGram to transform cross-border payments, the Ripple spokesperson said. MoneyGram has used this cross-border solution to conduct its transactions in Europe, Australia, and the Philippines since 2019, for which Ripple has paid MoneyGram at least $52 million. The remittance firm piloted Ripple's flagship cryptocurrency in 2018. So I mean, obviously they're going to be using that for something else, and I mean, it's obvious they're obviously going to be using that money for XRP or to better XRP in the whole ecosystem. At least that's my point of view. Doesn't really explain here why they're actually trying, or not even trying, why they are selling that 1/3 of their stake in MoneyGram. I just hope that it's not for big parties and stuff, and they actually utilize that. And I mean, Ripple is generally tends to be very good at that. They tend to know where to put their money into and stuff like that. Of course, I'm sure they don't always make the right choices, but hold on. But it is interesting though, because it's like out of nowhere they just decide, hey, we're gonna sell this, So it's just something to keep an eye on, and just I'm a person to keep an eye on it because I want to see why. Like, I wish they explained why. But it does say that they're still going to be working with MoneyGram regardless if they're selling 33% or like 1/3 or something like that of their stake in MoneyGram. They're still going to be partners with them. They're still going to, on-demand liquidity network. They're going to be doing all of that. So I think that's something to keep an eye on. I feel like after this, they're probably going to come out with like some wild news. I mean, that would be perfect. Think about it, like we're doing pretty good price action wise. Imagine if we just get a very good piece of like article news coming out. Excuse me. That would be sweet. Like this would blast off in that scenario. Then on top of that, we just have analysts. A good amount of analysts are saying that we might not be seeing these prices for years to come. So I mean, obviously they don't specify which prices they're talking about, but I'm assuming that they're talking about anywhere between the 50 to the 60 cent range. It seems like they don't think we're going to be seeing these prices for years to come. So it's based on these analysts. It looks like we are just like we were in the this whole bearish years, right? We might have the opposite, but on a bullish term. So that would be pretty sweet, because that would mean that the price would just slowly keep climbing up as opposed to slowly keep climbing down. And I think that these analysts are probably onto something. We might not actually see 50-60 cent range for years to come, or if ever again. Of course, that's not set in stone, so it doesn't mean that it's impossible. It can never happen again, but it's like the way it's looking, the fact that we're pumping not due to hype in the media and stuff like that, it's very good. It's very like healthy this time around. Back in 2017, it obviously wasn't all that healthy, just because we were having way too much coverage on the media. It's just like I mentioned earlier, it's just like COVID, like they aired it so much to the point where like, people got super freaked out. Like if you hear something enough, like it just kind of like sticks. So I think that's what happened back in 2017. Too much media coverage, which it's good, because it gets people into the crypto, but it's getting people into crypto. If the mainstream media is like hyping crypto and stuff like that, it's good because it's getting people into crypto. But the negative thing is that it's not getting people into crypto for the right reasons. People are just flocking into crypto in that scenario just because they want to be rich overnight. They want to invest 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, whatever it may be, and then just have that be like 10 million like overnight. So it's like, I think when the media starts hyping this stuff up, like people get in for the wrong reasons and they get wrecked, and then they start talking about like, oh, it's a scam, blah blah blah. And it's like, well, if you got into it blindly, you didn't do your research and stuff like that, then you kind of scammed yourself. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like this time around, it's healthy. It's we're actually pumping, not because the media is hyping it up and stuff like that. And I don't know if they will. The media does tend to leave out Ripple and XRP, and I'm sure you guys have noticed that. When they talk about cryptocurrencies, I've seen them mention, like Bitcoin and stuff like that. Obviously Bitcoin, Ethereum and stuff like that. But they always seem to leave out XRP for some reason. They don't like covering or talking about XRP too much, and not exactly sure why. It could be due to some of the negativity in the crypto market towards XRP. That might be the reason. Because you got to think about it, like news need ratings, right? So it's like they're obviously going to want to cover something that's not going to get them like negative ratings. So maybe that's why they don't cover XRP as much or at all. Welcome to the stream, guys. Whoever just popped in, just to catch you up a little bit, we were just talking about or just finished talking about how Ripple is cashing out a third of its stake in Surging and MoneyGram, but they do clearly mention that they're still going to be working alongside with them. On top of that, some analysts are looking for a 40,000, 30,000 BTC price. On top of that, and I'm just kind of covering it quickly, just so like to some people I'm not like repeating everything. On top of that, a lot of analysts, or some analysts, I won't say a lot, are strongly believing that we might not see the 50 to 60 cent range for years to come, or if we even see them again. Obviously, it's always going to be a possibility that we might see those ranges. I mean, we're still in those ranges, but later on, once we actually passed all of this, there's still going to be a possibility that we can dump back down to it. But according to these analysts, they don't see us seeing the 50 to 60-ish cent range for years to come. So I mean, that's kind of nice, because that's telling us that we've been on a downtrend for what feels like forever, right? And now we're finally recuperating from that, and in a healthy way, because it's not media driven. So in the analyst's eyes, we're going to be going up as the years for the next couple of years. So I mean, that'll be sweet to see. Some of the analysts saying that BTC will hit 30,000, 40,000 by the end of this year. So I think that's kind of intense right there. I don't see it as impossible, but it is crypto. You got to think about it. It's crypto. Like, things can boom, like things can go up like literally overnight. Like literally, if you put your money in at the right time and everything, you could theoretically be rich overnight, if depending on the pump, because crypto can pump that hard, so it's like you can wake up with like 1,000% gains like easily. Now, is it likely? No, but it's very doable with crypto. Like when you look at traditional stocks and stuff like that, 5%, 10% is huge gains. For us in crypto, like 10%, 5% gains is nothing. It's like, okay, it's nothing to us. Like we're used to like 50, 100, 200, 1,000% gains. Like that's how crypto is. That's how volatile it is, pretty much. So theoretically, you could technically be rich overnight, but I think that's probably going to be almost like winning the lottery. It's not going to be that common. It's going to be pretty rare for that to happen. But I mean, I'm sure some people did. I'm sure some people put their money in, excuse me, in XRP before it was even 1 cent, and then woke up like a year later. Well, I didn't sleep that long, obviously, but a year later, and then they had hella money, hopefully they cashed out at 380. Welcome to the stream. Somebody else just popped in and left, so never mind. I was about to go through the little things we've been saying. But yeah, I mean, I think this time around we're looking at something real and sustainable. I think that's the key thing: sustainable. We want something that's sustainable. Like if XRP decides for some reason to stay at 60 cents, around 60, 65, whatever cents, for like the next month or so, and it doesn't dip much lower than that, then it's like, at least that's sustainable. So that would be the new 20, 25 cent range. You know what I mean? And the reason I say that is because we were stuck at 2025 for quite some time. So even if we just stay here in a sustainable, I think that's good in general. Obviously, we want it to go up. We want it to continue to go up, and most likely, based on all the trends, it will. But I'm just saying, like, in a scenario where it kind of didn't want to go up anymore for some reason, then you know, as long as it's sustaining whatever it is at, I think that's good too. And I mean, XRP does that well. Like it can maintain price pretty well. I just wish it maintained the $3.80. Well, actually, no, I don't, because I was able to get more at lower prices, but you know. Because when it hits, if XRP hits $3.80 again, I don't think I would be buying in at that range. I think all my buying in is going to be now, and you know, the dips here and there. But I feel like once it hits $3 and above, like I don't think I would be, honestly, once it hits like $1 something above, I don't see myself buying more XRP for that price, at least, you know. Now of course, if it's $1 something and it goes to like $100 later on, like that's still nice. But I just think once we get into like the, you know, the $3, $5, $10 ranges and stuff like that, like I think it's kind of risky getting in at that point. Obviously there's risk all around. It's risky getting in now, even like it, who's to say it won't crash to like 30 cents, you know. So but it does look like we're going to be trading a little bit sideways. It does seem like it wants to make a push up. Obviously the bears are not wanting us to pass that 60, I believe it was like 68, not 68, 0.608. Doesn't look like they want us to pass that. It looks like this is going to be our new battle zone. Yesterday we were battling and kissing around with playing footsies with 55 cents, 56 cents. So I think this is going to be the new battle for us here for the day, most likely. But it has progressed in general, so I think that's positive. It's very positive. I mean, it's hard not to see how good it's doing, you know. Let me see BTC. Wow, BTC is on a roll. They're battling right here too with 17,423. Let's go back, because we're probably gonna break that 0.608 very soon too. You know, like somebody was saying that in one of the other streams, I do hope that one day XRP is not, it's not piggyback riding with BTC. I think we did for a little bit. Like I think for a little bit BTC was kind of correcting itself and XRP was still going up. So yeah, it does look like we're going for it. BTC is going for it too. I mean, we hit it. We definitely hit that 608. Excuse me. And I think 608 was the annoying part right there. So we might just from here go straight to like 61. That's 608, man. I'm telling you. That's the bears. That they like that number. They just don't want us to push past it. This is our next challenge is 608. Yeah, I don't know if some of you that are watching saw my my stream yesterday, but I did say I was gonna wake up to, or wanted to wake up to, a price of 0.588, and we passed that. And I think 0.588 was like a low key resistance point. So I'm trying to open this. How to make this so tight? Yeah, I think that 588 was no way, did I break it? No, never mind. Yeah, I think that 588 was an annoying point for us yesterday. Oh shit, it's doing it. I told you guys, straight to 61. I'm not saying that I knew I was right though, but look at that. That is gorgeous. Probably gonna see a little bit of red most likely here, unless we just keep pumping up. How are you guys doing this morning, evening, or night? You guys are welcome to chime in, pitch in, say anything. On the live chat here we have. So it looks like we're doing some good running up right now. It's finally pumping up. Hell, we might go up to like 62 straight with this candle. I mean, I think it's going for it. If we can end this candle at 62, that'd be sweet. Come on, bears, just let us have this candle. You can have the next one. Seems like 61.8. Where did we end that actually? I hope it was 61.8. Yeah, 61.806. I gotta click that, it's bad. Alright. Damn. The bull said you're not having this next candle either, bears. Wow, just look at that. Like, see, even if somebody got in right here, like, these gains are sweet, Let me check something down here real quick to make sure everything is running good. But yeah, I mean, we're going for it. We hit that 62. I feel like we're going to see some resistance here. Like, I think 62, it's a resistance point that we're probably going to see a little bit of downtrend here. But it might be just like this right here, where we see a little red candle and blast back up. Let me delete that. So, I mean, we can probably keep this here as resistance, or rather support, sorry. We just made some good money right here, guys. I just hope that I think there was one person. I was waiting for 46 cents myself. I did see it as a possibility. It technically still is a possibility. Analysts are saying though that they don't think we will be at 50 to 60 cents. They don't think we're going to be seeing this for years. So based on these analysts, I think that XRP is probably a strong buy regardless. I think as long as you get it, like, I want to say 70 cents. Like, as long as you get under 70 cents or even $1, I think it's not terrible. I think $1 max. I think once XRP hits $1, I don't know. It's a tricky situation at that point. But then again, it's still not terrible at $1. I do apologize, guys. I would be more hype with these candles. I just don't want to wake everybody up, so I'm not screaming or anything like that. All right, so yeah, I mean that was pretty sweet. I mean, in general, we broke out of 60-cent range. I do think that 60 is going to be our new support. So it's probably going to be all the way down here. But honestly, it doesn't feel like 60s are going to be much of an issue. Like, it feels like we might be passing 60 like today. And by that I mean, like, I don't just mean like 60, I mean 60 in general. Like, we might be hitting 70 today. And it sure as hell is looking very positive. It's making me want to buy more. But I think I already have what I need, so let me just check some other stuff, because it's always fun checking accounts and just seeing them go up, Hell yeah, the whole market is beautiful. That token has been doing pretty good too. Dash, it's killing it. We are at 62. Okay, so oh dude, that chart looks gorgeous. All right, sorry, I was watching some other charts on something else. Damn, man, we're really going for it. I see this going up. Like the bears are kind of weak right now. Obviously, this right here is uh, pretty strong move, but all right, bears. We can probably put see, we won't be putting more lines for now, more support and stuff like that. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Damn, man, we're really struggling here. Of course, as soon as I say that, we just blast off. That's funny. I should say that more often, shouldn't I? We're really struggling here, guys. It's like I say something and it does the opposite. That's awesome. We're most likely going to be... Well, we did hit that 62 already. It looks like it wants to go straight to 63. But we're probably going to be seeing some good red candles very soon, most likely. I just don't see how we wouldn't with that move. The bulls are really... they're really not trying to have the bears have this, and vice versa. I mean, it's crazy. You know, I never understood, how do you necessarily profit from the price going down? I guess you can be picking up at a lower price, and maybe that's how. I don't know. I'm not at that level yet, and I don't know. I mean, obviously, if it's a downtrend and it's going down, then if you are able to capture the bottom and then sell above, then I guess that's how you profit in a bear market. But nobody needs to learn that, right? We're here in a bull market. Analysts are saying that we will not be seeing 50-60 cents for years to come. So if that's not awesome, I don't know what is. So it does appear that we might be in a bullish trend for several years, according to these analysts at least. They don't think we're going to be seeing these prices for too long, and they don't think we're going to be seeing these prices for years to come. And I'm not trying to FOMO. I'm just basically sharing the information that I read from the other article and these other analysts. Well, not other, because I'm not an analyst, but just analysts in general. XRP is definitely doing good, and there is the red candles I did mention. You know, we are going to see some red just because this move was pretty powerful. So we can expect this, and this is essentially normal. It's actually healthy for it to do this. You know, if we had just one huge red green candle, sorry, going all the way up, and then yeah, that would be scary, because then you have that fear of it actually crashing down. Hold on, let me just check the chat real quick. So for the end of the year, and just like you mentioned, this is a prediction, it's not a fact or anything like that. For the end of the year, I'm eyeing $1.50, $2 range. Originally I was saying $1.50 to $5. I think that's realistically we can hit that. More realistically, obviously $1.50. I think $1.50 end of year would be awesome. Honestly, we might even hit it before. Like with the momentum that XRP is having and everything, like we might see it before. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if we see that 78 cent range again today. It's definitely going up for it. You know, it's definitely going for it. I do think that 78 cents might be some. Um, I don't think that 78 cents is going to be a huge resistance. I don't think so, actually. And if I'm looking down, guys, it's because I'm either messing with the stuff or I am looking at my iPad so I can see the chat. Since I don't have two screens, I have to use my iPad to actually see what you guys are saying in the chat. I don't know how to do a lot of things. I'm new to streaming, so I'm still learning. Yeah, 150 is very reasonable, especially with how we've been trending, especially how XRP has been doing. 150 is definitely extremely reachable. You know, I don't want to say anything wild. I did start to think, like, you know, the $5 end of year is kind of a bit of a stretch. It is possible, but it is a bit of a stretch. So I think around 150 is a reasonable, like you said, end of year prediction. And thank you all for tuning in and stopping by at all in the live stream. I will just say a couple of things that I said a little bit earlier, and that is pretty much that analysts are saying that they don't believe that we're going to be around the 50 to 60 cent range for too long, and they don't think that we will be seeing these prices for years to come. So if that's not positive and good news, I don't know what is. It looks like the bears are trying to do some dent. If you ask me, we're probably gonna wick this candle, but let's see how it actually what actually happens. I feel like it's gonna be most of it's gonna be wick. Oh damn! I mean, we did wick it, just not like I expected. It seems like our next battle is pretty much 62.35. Let's see how BTC is probably, yeah, it's so similar. Like, look at these charts, like it's like almost identical. It's awesome to finally be seeing this though. Like, we have been in a downtrend for as long as we can remember. Like, it feels like forever since we've seen like gains and pumps like this, you know. But again, like I have mentioned earlier, this is more of an organic growth. This is more of a healthy growth for the cryptocurrency community, because it is not driven by the media. You know, back in 2017, too much mainstream media and stuff like that was actually covering cryptocurrency, so it brought in people for the wrong reasons, trying to get rich overnight, you know, and then losing everything. You know, I heard stories, you know, and it sucks, you know, but I did hear stories about, you know, people getting out a second mortgage and like putting it into Bitcoin when it was like at 17,000, you know, and like it sucks, you know, but that's why you gotta always do research, man. Like that, and that's why I don't like the mainstream media, because they can hype up anything and people will flock to it or believe it or do this and that, you know. And that's kind of why I don't like that. But that's what is awesome about this time around, is that we're not having that. So it's obviously more healthy growth, more healthy pumps, you know. Now, as far as the analysts saying that we will not be seeing these ranges for years to come, I want to say my optimistic side is saying, like, yes, that is true. We will not be seeing these prices, but at the same time, it's like we have to think realistically. We have to keep a level-headed thinking when it comes to all this. And that, with that being said, like, even if we hit $3 again, even if we hit $10, $50, you know, like the possibility of it theoretically going back down to this range of 60 cents is still a possibility. Obviously, once we're at like $10-50, you know, like it's going to be very hard for it to go down to this range again, but it's not impossible. I mean, I don't know if you guys know about Genesis Vision, which is another project that I personally like, and GVT pretty much, I believe they pumped up to like last in 2017, I believe they pumped up to like $15-20 or something like that, and then drop all the way back down to like $1 something. Still a good project. You guys should look into it if you're looking for other potential projects. GVT does look pretty decent as well. Of course, there's the obvious Cardano bat and stuff like that. And again, if I'm looking down, it's just because I'm trying to make sure that nobody has said anything, or if somebody says something, I can reply to it. Are we finally going to break past 62.4? We did have a sideways right here. That is gorgeous. Look at that. And again, if you guys see anything, if you guys, since you guys are looking at this with me, if you guys see anything on the chart that I'm not seeing, then you can point that out as well. Oh, you're talking about Libra, right? I think that it's tricky with Facebook and their Libra, because you got to think about it. Like, Facebook already has so many users. Like, Facebook is like a huge like community, right? It's kind of like its own its own world if you think about it. um I think that Libra it's probably going to be, it could potentially be like a mainstream like crypto, just because so many people almost instantly have access to it. But I don't think that it's going to hurt other cryptocurrencies like some people might be thinking or saying. I think that Libra is going to shed more light into the crypto market, and it's probably going to bring in more people into the markets. And it's going to bring in people that are going to be most likely doing research and investing in it for the right reasons, and not because they just want to get rich quick. Now, but Libra is definitely a little bit tricky, because just because Facebook, like I said, Facebook is kind of like its own world, so it's like it's going to be, I'm assuming Facebook is going to make it extremely easy for people to utilize Libra, and that's one of the things that I've said before about the crypto market, and that is that it can be a little bit daunting getting into it for the first time. You have all these keys, you have your wallet address, you have this, you have that. So like when I first got into crypto, like, I'm not going to lie to you guys, it was a bit confusing, because I was like, okay, so I gotta save this, make sure I don't erase this, make sure I don't save this on my computer, save it on a piece of paper, so there was a lot of components. And I think that part of that is I think Libra, it's probably going to solve a lot of, I think Facebook is probably going to solve a lot of that. I'm pretty sure Facebook is going to make it extremely easy to get in and out of it, and I think that's probably going to be a game changer. Because it's going to be more accessible, it's going to be easier to access, as to oppose crypto right now. It's like, it's almost like a slight learning curve, like messing around with crypto today. I mean, obviously it's becoming easier and stuff like that, but it, for a newcomer, when you start seeing all of these numbers and letters and stuff, like, it just, it's like, okay, it's like all thrown at your face kind of. So I think that in general, like, cryptocurrencies in general should work on a way to like make it so it's easier for people to like get in and out. Obviously Coinbase is pretty simple, you just click on what you want to buy and you buy it. The thing is that these people that are buying it on Coinbase, or and I have some on Coinbase myself, or people that are not very well educated in the crypto space, they're going to think that just because it's on Coinbase it's safe, you know what I mean? So it's like they still won't know about nano ledgers and stuff like that, ways to keep your crypto actually safe. So it can be scary too, because there has been a lot of hacks and a lot of money has been lost. So it's like the new people that are going to be getting into it, they're not going to know all of this right away. I mean, I hope they do their due diligence, and I hope that they do very thorough research on how to keep their assets safe. But you got to think about it, most people just want the easiest thing possible, and obviously Coinbase does that. The thing with Coinbase is, if you're not using Coinbase Pro, like Coinbase's fees are outrageous. I mean, obviously, like, if I think I got charged probably like over $40 over that for one transaction, so I think it's kind of hefty. Of course, if Ripple and XRP, not Ripple, if XRP does do well, and I don't see why it won't, then obviously that $20, $30, $40, $50 fee is not that bad, but at the same time it's kind of like so I think, yeah, I think Libra will most likely do good just because it's going to make it super. I'm pretty sure they're going to make it super simple for people to utilize it, and it'd be cool to see how it evolves, because I would think that at one point they might add other cryptos to it. Who knows? Obviously, Zuckerberg wants to make his own so he can profit from it. Obviously, that's what everybody wants, right? Banks want to make their own coin instead of like using XRP, because then they're in control of it, right? And I think that's a lot of these battles of Ripple getting partnerships and stuff like that. It's like, they want to be in control, like not Ripple specifically, but like the banks want to be in control. They don't want somebody else to essentially be in control of all of that, right? So I think that's definitely something that hopefully Facebook decides to add more than just Libra, and overall lifts up the market. But I think in general it's going to be good for crypto. I don't see how it can be negative, because like I said, their communities, Facebook community is huge. So it's like, it's going to get people that probably never even heard of cryptocurrencies. They probably only know Bitcoin, so like there's a lot of people that I've talked to, like try to talk to about cryptocurrency, and then they look at me like I'm speaking a foreign language, right? They're like, what? And I'm like, Bitcoin. And then they're like, oh yeah, Bitcoin, so it'd be cool to see eventually that when you talk about cryptocurrencies, people don't know what it is. Like, it'd be nice when people know, oh, cryptocurrencies, okay, cool. Right now it's more of like, for most people, you have to let them know Bitcoin, and then they'll understand what you're talking about, or semi understand. Obviously, if you don't understand what cryptocurrencies are, then you technically don't understand Bitcoin, I guess, in a way. But no, I think the whole sentiment and all of that is slowly changing. I think we're moving into a world where people do know cryptocurrencies, and that's awesome. It's awesome that we have most of us have been here like since, like, oh, cryptocurrencies crashing articles, it's a bubble, it's gonna burst articles, so it's like, I mean, obviously when it was that 2017 thing was definitely a bubble at that point for sure, and it did burst pretty intense. But it's nice to see that we're slowly changing that. Crypto is becoming more of a conversation starter, and like, I hear people like randomly talking about crypto. Like, I'll be walking down the street and I hear something about crypto. Like, I'll be at a coffee shop and I'll hear something. So it's cool to see that we're transitioning, where people are like, more people are being educated on it and actually learning what it is and the potential it has. And I think that that's going to be awesome. Like, imagine one day you walk to your coffee shop and like all around you hear people talking about crypto. Like, it's going to be insane. Like, in a good way, obviously. And again, for those of you that are popping in and out and stuff like that, I'll just repeat myself a little bit briefly here. Analysts are saying that we are not going to see this range for very long, and we're probably not going to be seeing this range for years to come. So obviously that's looking very positive. That means that we're going to be uptrending for years to come, according to these analysts. On top of that, people are eyeing BTC, and they're saying that BTC is going to potentially hit 30 to 40k at the end of the year. Obviously, if BTC hits 30 to 40k at the end, before the end of the year, I think we're probably going to be looking at an all-time high XRP price as well, or at least reaching the all-time highs if that's the case. Now, is it possible that BTC or XRP will hit these numbers before the year ends? It is extremely possible, but I don't know. I think that's a little bit of a stretch there. But we'll just have to wait and see. We do have enough time that it could really do that. Oh, man. Alright, guys, I'm going to be right back. I just got to go grab some more coffee, and then we can keep it rolling. Yesterday, I think I drank like 6-7 cups of coffee while doing this stream in the morning. Anyways, I'll be right back. I just need my coffee and rock and roll. All right. Well, damn. So we are going to definitely be testing this 60 cent. I mean, we already are. So we're still not off of the 60 cents pretty much. And that's kind of why what I was saying earlier. It's like I want to see it go past 60, and not by 60 I don't mean 60 only, but just to go to 70. Then I officially consider it being past that range. To the one person that has been here pretty much the whole streaming, thank you so much, man. It's great to have people support and just chill, you know. I'm gonna wait for a good pump back up and see what happens there. Also, let me see how everything else is doing. So we gotta make sure everything is good. Yada yada. Okay, everything does look good. Okay, there we go. All right, so yeah, that 60 is definitely going to be a heavy support. I don't see us dipping below 60. I'm not saying that it can't happen, but I don't see us dipping below it for too long, if we even do. Oh man, what a morning to wake up to crypto, right? Oh, BAT is up too. That's pretty sweet. I mean, the whole market in general, it's doing pretty well. Let me just check something and we'll get to rocking. All right. So yeah, pretty much what I plan on doing is I'm going to wait for it to pump back up some, and then I'm probably going to end the stream once it pumps back up, and I will probably be back later. The reason being is because I'm trying to also, like I mentioned, I do have another YouTube channel which focuses on discussions of topics such as, like, you know, should all people have the right to own guns, you know, like those kind of questions, those kind of like debates. So I'm trying to do something with that today, this morning as well. I don't know, man, debate is fun. Like, discussion and debate is awesome. And it's awesome when you can like have that with, excuse me, it's awesome when you can have that with people that will actually listen and not just attack, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, I see your point, but this is what I think, you know. I think that's awesome, man. And also, if that's something that you're interested in, then definitely come support that channel too, you know. It's the new channel. I think it's like 2 days old or a day old. Oh man, I don't know what today's topic is going to be. I kind of wanted to do the gun one again, but I already did that. So, and I do apologize. I'm going to be checking something here really quickly. Just want to see what people are saying, if anything. All right, there's nothing there, so let's go back. Welcome. Second person popped in. I was just saying that, and just a quick recap. Analysts are saying that we're not going to be seeing these prices for very long, and we might not be seeing these prices for years to come. Some analysts are saying that we're going to see BTC at 30 to 40K, which will mean that we're going to see above the dollar mark for XRP if that was the case. On top of that, XRP decided to sell 33%, or roughly 1/3 of their shares, stakes in MoneyGram. They are still going to be partnering with MoneyGram. They're still going to be doing business with MoneyGram, but they have decided to sell 1/3 of their stake. I don't know what it is for. They actually, in the article, doesn't mention too much about it. They just say that that's what they're going to go ahead and move forward with. Obviously, we would like to think that if they're deciding to do something like that, it's obviously for a good reason. Probably going to put that money somewhere else to potentially help XRP and help Ripple altogether. And again, just because another person popped in, I'm going to recap just briefly. Analysts are saying that we won't be seeing these prices for years to come. So just keep that in mind. I do think that even if we dip up, like there's still a chance that we're going to dip back down to these levels. I'm talking more like if once XRP hits like $1.50 or something like that. And that's pretty much just what analysts are thinking. They're thinking that we won't be seeing these prices for years to come. So that indicates that we most likely will be in a bullish cycle probably for over a year. Could you imagine that after 2020 we wake up in 2021 and everything is just pumping nonstop? Like that'd be wild. Like we need that. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, man. Like that 46 cent is still not necessarily like impossible, but the Bulls don't want to give it up, man. They don't want to dump that hard. It's still a possibility though, but they just don't want it to happen, you know. And since you popped in, I'm gonna recap it again. I do apologize for those that have heard it 2-3 times already. But Jose, analysts are saying that we might not be seeing these prices for years to come. They think that this is probably the best time to buy. And I mean, you got to think about it too, though. Like, if for example, I'm gonna talk for me personally. Like, if I was to get in right now at 60-61, and it goes up to like $1.50, then you're still profiting regardless. Yeah, I mean it's wild. Like I mean that's what analysts are saying, but you got to think about it. They're analysts, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't mean that it's set in stone. But I mean, I do see this much better now because it's more of a healthy growth. You know, we're getting some healthy growth this time around. It's not just going up because mainstream media is like hyping it up and stuff like that. So this is definitely, it looks like the start of something very, very good for us. But who knows? We might. Um, yeah, man. It would have been nice though if it hit it before you got, you know. But I do keep in mind that 55 cents was a very rough resistance point. So most likely it will be a heavy support. So do keep that in mind. I'm not saying that it will necessarily dip back down to it, but there's a very good chance that we might be seeing that 55, 58 range again within the week or so. So do keep that in mind. But again, either regardless, if you're like, for example, if you're buying in now or waiting a little bit, like in the grand scheme of things, what we believe and what we see Ripple and XRP being capable of doing is still not a bad trade-off. It still wouldn't be bad, you know. Obviously, you want to pick up as much as you can, the most you can. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But I do agree though. Like, you know, it sucks because like I just wanted to go back down to like 10 cents so I can pick up and then pump back up. But yeah, honestly, we might be seeing anything below 60 cents today. So I might be seeing like 58, 55, 58. But look at how powerful this looks. So gorgeous, man. Let me see how BTC is doing. Oh, BTC is just going for it. They're like, they don't care. It's like quite similar. And I think more realistically, the support is around the 60 mark. What I am going to do though, I started another YouTube channel that is like for debates and discussions. So I will be waiting for it to pump a little bit more, and I might end it for an hour or two, and then come back, pop back in. last debate was about should all, and you guys can respond to this too, you know, like obviously as we're watching the chart. And for those of you that have popped in, because I saw we were at 3, now we're at 4, so welcome to the stream. Just a quick recap before you decide to head out or not head out. Analysts are saying that we might not be seeing these prices for years to come. On top of that, people are saying, analysts are saying they're expecting a 30 to 40k BTC price by the end of the year, which, with that being said, that means that would probably bump us up to over $1.50. On top of that, Ripple has decided, to sell 33% or 1/3 of their stake in MoneyGram, which we can only assume they're doing that for a very, very good reasons, that we might be hearing some good news from them soon. And you got to think about it, like if we were to get a good piece of article saying, oh, excuse me, oh, Ripple did this or that, you know, excuse me, man. You know, like it would be awesome, because right now if we got some good information, some good article and news like that, like we would be blasting. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm gonna wait for it to pump back up. I wanted to see it past this range up here, and then after that I'll probably, depending on how everything is going, I might end the stream there just so I can go to the other channel and have some debate. Damn it, my tablet died. Have some debate discussions on that channel. Let me just put my tablet to charge. Alright, so now I'm gonna have to pull it up on the phone then, so I can actually see the chat. I really need 2 monitors because it sucks having to like pull it up on the phone. Well, it doesn't suck, but just makes it a little bit more intense. Okay, so I just pulled up the chat. I just had to do that because I want to make sure that, you know, I'm not missing anything you guys are saying. I really do need to get 2 monitors, so I need to work on that. But anyways, yeah, like I was saying, last night's video was pretty much on, should all people have the right to own guns? And obviously that's a very broad, I guess, question, because I don't think all should. I think it's case by case. But that's not what we're here for. I just kind of wanted to mention that and put that out there. So if you guys do like debate and discussion, definitely tune into my other channel, because that's basically what it's going to be about. Here though, we're all about the pump, and we're about to see this go past 62 for most likely within hour and a half. Watch this candle just take us straight past it. That'd be sweet too. And thank you all for tuning in. I probably said that a little bit too late since they just popped out, but I need to be more aware of these things, man. And I need to find a way to like make these streams a little bit more like entertaining, you know what I mean? I wish there was like a mini game I could put up for like people to like play while they were watching and talking and stuff like that. That'd be sweet. I'm gonna have to look into all this. Again, I'm new to streaming, so like there's a lot I don't know about it yet. Like I don't know how to add music or anything like that, so. But it does look like we're trying to make that recovery back up to the 62.4 range. I think that's where we pretty much met some pretty heavy resistance. I think once we can get past that, then we will pretty much be looking at 63 or 65. I do think that we will hit that 70 cents before the end of today. I think that's a very, very strong possibility, especially how everything seems to be playing out. We just have to wait and see. Honestly, it'd be super sweet if we could hit that 78 cents again. I do think that I'm kind of like half and half. I think that 78 cents is not going to be much of an issue once we hit it. But at the same time, I think that it could be very heavily resisted at that point. It is looking positive though in general. We're starting to see some movement back up again. I'm just looking at other stuff. I want to make sure everything is in place. Wow, that's wild. All right, let me go back to the chat. Yeah, I mean, if I had two screens, I could see all this, but oh well. What are we gonna do? Come on, bears. Don't be bearish. So I'm like intensely looking at this because I don't want that to break down. Of course, the market doesn't care what we want, but yeah, I mean, it really does not want to like let us go up there. As long as we're above 60 in general. I do wish we were above 60 overall, like all the way up to 70 or something right now, but the way it's going, it doesn't bother me, honestly. I mean, all these red candles don't really mean much in the grand scheme of things. They don't really matter. I mean, they matter if you're trying to pick up at a lower price, obviously, but let me make sure the settings are right. All right, there we go. Yeah, I want to check something on my end too. Hold on. Oh shit, there's emojis. That's cool. So I'm like learning things for the first time. I just realized that we have like little emojis on YouTube. All right, come on, let's pump it a little bit. So like I did say, like I'm gonna wait for it to go up a little bit more, and then I'm gonna end it probably for like an hour or two or so, and then I'll be back at it. I just didn't want to leave when it was like dumping like this. I also don't want to leave when it's like about to blow past 62.4 either, you know. I will be right back. I'm gonna take like a 5-minute break and be right back with you guys. Yeah. What you doing, Clover? Huh? Really? Well, hey, Buster, you already got fed. Oh, right, there we go. Look at that. I leave and it pumps up. I should leave more often, right? I really do want to see it break that 0.624 though before deciding anything. Let me see at BTC. I'm pretty sure BTC is looking prime too. Oh, that's kind of scary there. Come on, Bears. You always gotta come in at the wrong time. I feel like that's gonna be wicked. maybe not. We need that to just reverse. Like completely reverse. That 62.4 is really bigger issue than we could have expected. Like such a weird spot to like be an issue, right? Like that's like the weirdest spot to like have like that resistance, like 62.4. Like couldn't you pick 65 or something? But we are about to blow past it though. There we go. 62.4. Come on. There we go. We might be wanting to push straight up to 63, honestly, with that momentum. That's wild. Oh, it's going straight for 63. It is not chilling there. Wait, dude, did you pick up already, or did you get into a position again, or not yet? Because if you... Oh, shit, never mind. What does that keep falling? You're waiting for like 50 cents or something? 55 probably. Oh, dude, trust me. That has happened to me so many times. Like, it's annoying. It's like you decide to get in and then it just crashes, or the opposite. You decide to sell and it just pumps up. Like that's the worst. I mean, I think you might be safe in the sense that you can probably pick back around like 58 or probably something like that. Unless for some reason we just blast through all this. No, yeah, it's literally like it's the worst. Like last week I sold I think I mentioned it to you, I'm not sure. I sold at like 60 something because I could see that it was going to go down, right? So my dumbass, what I did is that I sold, I obviously had a profit, then I saw that it was going back up. So even though in the back of my head I told myself like this is going to go down, like just wait, I decided to get back in, and literally like it wasn't even 30 seconds after I decided to get back in that it crashed, and it went like 5 cents, 10 cents lower than what it was. It was the worst feeling ever. So I just decided now, like, I'm just gonna chill on it and just ride the wave up, Come on, let's hit that 63 already. The chart is looking amazing though. Like the price action is beautiful, and not just for XRP. Like look at the BTC, like gorgeous. BTC has been wanting to hit that past that all-time high for a while now. I wouldn't be surprised if we see 20k BTC this week, and for us probably like over 78 cents. Can you imagine a time where we're talking about Ripple like that? Like, man, Ripple's about to break. It's about to hit 19k. Just imagine, that'd be wild. If Ripple hits anywhere in thousands, like we're all golden. And apparently some analysts do believe that it's reachable. And I mean, it's crypto, like crypto's so spontaneous. Like almost anything can happen in crypto. Like, all right, come on, let's hit the 63. Come on, bears. Don't be bears. There we go. Now, can we actually close above it? Okay, okay. Might be wanting to take us straight to 65. But I'm pretty sure we're going to have some red soon. Like, it usually is not going to, like, pump this hard and then no red, you know? Damn, dude, we're going for it. That 78 cents is looking closer and closer. What is happening here? I want to see. I'm gonna look on my phone. Excuse me. I want to see if there's any news besides them Ripple selling part of their shares of MoneyGram. I don't think there's any news. Like, when we need some good news, there's no news. Like, some good news right now would be amazing. Garlinghouse. You know, another article that I found very interesting yesterday is that Garlinghouse is pretty much saying how, like, XRP could still survive and thrive even if it was declared a security. And I mean, obviously that's pretty intense there, but it's awesome because, like, he sees something that I feel like most people don't see, you know? Like, well, obviously we see the potential, but okay, here we're probably going to prepare for a good red candle here. That's amazing. We hit 63. We did close above it, barely though. Like, just barely. Look at that. 63,002. I don't technically even consider that above it. Again, this is expected just because usually when you see any pump like that, red follows. It's kind of like the saying goes, you know what? Everything that goes up must come down, something like that. And it applies here too, you know, like anytime you have a big pump, like you can see it over and over. We have this pump right here, we have the dump, you know. It happens, but I don't see it stopping here. I don't see us fiddling around with the 63 for too long. I'm pretty sure we're going to blow past it here very shortly. Then we're going to be looking at the 64, 65 cent range. Like I said, 70 cents end of day. That's what I'm looking at. What the hell just happened? Oh, that's gonna go higher. We're gonna hit 64. Oh shit! I didn't realize I had this. We're gonna hit 64. Look how powerful that move was. That's insane. Like, crypto is out here doing numbers. We are making good money, guys. It's going for it, dude. Watch this close above 68, 64. I was about to say 68. Nah, shit, watch it though. What the hell? Yo, if we can close this above 64, we that's pretty solid. Damn, that was sweet. What did we close at? 64.1? 64.2. Okay, that's very strong right there. Hey man, what's up, man? Welcome. It's tough to say. I would say maybe wait a little bit because we might be dipping a little bit lower. Now, if she is planning, if you guys are planning to buy some and potentially keeping it for like a later time, if you're planning to get into it to like get out of it like here in the next week or so, you might be able to pick up at a little bit of lower price. I do think that we might be seeing potentially the 63 range again. But nonetheless, if you are getting into it, because, and again, I'm not a financial expert or anything like that, so please do a little bit of research on top of what I'm saying. But if you are going to buy it in and you're going to keep it for a while until it pumps back, above $1 and stuff like that, then I would say it's looking pretty prime. You should be good here. Yeah, you should be good here if that's what you're planning. Now, if you're planning to get out of it quickly, like, you might still be good here too, but we can probably expect a downtrend that might bring us back down to like the 60 range. So if you would prefer to wait for that, you could. The reason I say why it's tricky is because anytime we have something that has been pumping like it has right here in the short term, we're most likely going to be expecting a downturn here shortly. It's usually just how it goes, like we have this pump and then you have a drawback. Sometimes you don't, but more likely than not, we are going to probably see the 63 62, 63, even maybe even 60 cent range again. So if you prefer to wait and see if it hits that and buy in at that point, then by all means, that's a good idea too. But like I said, if you're planning to get into it and just chill on it for a little bit, you're safe at any of these prices. Some top analysts, or I won't even say top, some analysts are saying that we might not see these prices for years to come. So that pretty much tells you something. Personally have my personal end of year prediction. This is me personally, is around $1.50. So I mean, if you were to get in now, I don't see it. It won't hurt. But just do keep in mind that if you were to get in right now, you're most likely going to be experiencing some downtrend here shortly. Nothing pumps up and then doesn't correct itself at even a little bit. I do want to see how BTC is doing really quickly though. Oh, that's gorgeous. So yeah, I mean, if you were to get in now, you'll be safe in the long haul. But just keep in mind that, maybe even in the short term, but just keep in mind that you're probably going to see like negative 5-10%, just because we're probably going to be dipping a little bit here soon. Oh damn, man, you're about to sleep on the couch today, dude. You gotta have to take your pillow and blankets to the couch or doghouse though. Yeah, I think I don't think she would be very thrilled to be called girlfriend. Wild. Yeah, there we're seeing some red, but I mean, obviously, the bulls are like on some serious caffeine today, man. Like, the bulls are not playing around today. We're just straight up. Like, it's no joke with the bulls today. They probably had a little bit too much caffeine, too much 5-hour energy or something. But here is essentially, like I mentioned to you, here's probably we're going to see some red shortly. Although these bulls do seem to be like well caffeinated, so I don't know. And I do want to take the time to say thank you all for stopping by and tuning into the live stream as we watch the chart, talking a little bit. I do get off topic here and there, but the overall topic is XRP and the price itself. And as we can see, we're definitely hitting some annoying resistance here at an awkward level again, 64.79. Like, the bears literally choose the weirdest spot to, like, to stop the uptrend. Oh no, yeah, for sure. Like I said, I do see that being a strong possibility. I do see 55, 57 ish being a possibility again. Look at that though, like a dump to like 50 cent mark would be, I mean, obviously this is 54, 53 cents right there, so it's like that's huge. It's not unheard of though, and it most likely will happen before we continue to go up. But either way, you should be safe. But like I did mention to you, we're most likely going to be seeing some red here shortly, and as you can see, it's happening. And I mean, I'm sure you've looked at charts and you know that what goes up must come down, essentially, right? Um, I just hope that's not the case when we hit like $10. Obviously, I think when we hit, if XRP hits $10, I think we're gonna probably dump back down to like $3 or something. Yeah, I think that's a smart move. And also, guys, do keep in mind that Nano Ledger is on sale for 40% off. Keep your crypto safe. There's, there's nothing like owning, let's say, 1,000 XRP and then seeing the price go to like 20, 50, $100, and then it gets scammed. So definitely keep your crypto safe. If you don't know too much about hardware wallets, do a little bit of research. They're awesome. I have the Ledger S and X, and again, it is on 40% off, so you're getting that deal there too. I don't think the 40% off will last too long since it was pretty much a Black Friday thing. Obviously, you have to input the code Black Friday 20 in order to actually get that. I do have a link in the descriptions to that if you guys are interested. Of course, if you go through my link, I get like $2-3, so that helps the channel out. But if you don't and you decide to go to the actual website, you can do that as well. Obviously, my link takes you to the actual website, but what I mean is like you can go on your browser and do it. The whole idea is for you guys to keep your crypto safe, and that's what's important. Now, of course, if you're planning to exit the market in shorter period of time, then obviously you don't need necessarily to keep it that safe. And if you're debating whether to get the Nano Ledger X or S, you can ask me a little bit about it. I have both, and obviously the newer one is going to be better for sure. So we are fiddling around here. Like I said, the bears literally picked the weirdest spot to like fucking resist. Like, I do apologize for the cursing. If it does offend anybody or anything, just let me know and I won't do it. I do it from time to time though. But yeah, just look at that, dude. Like, they chose to pull back at 0.648. Like 0.648. Like, who the hell pulls back? Like, bears are weird, dude. Like, they couldn't have chosen 65 to resist. They literally chose 0.648. Like, the weirdest spot. And I mean, you can see that all over. Like, these dudes are like crazy. Look, here we resisted at 623. Like, come on, dudes. Pick 65 or like 70 to resist that, not like weird ass numbers. But I don't think this will last too long. We are looking primed for more upwards momentum. Obviously, that's why my end of day prediction is 70 cents. Honestly, it'd be sweet if we hit 78 cents, but that might be something for tomorrow. And welcome all everybody that just joined in. Welcome to the stream. We're here chilling, chatting in the live chat here and there, looking at the price, obviously. I'm talking about some little extra stuff, but definitely thank you all for tuning in. So pretty much I'm gonna do a little quick recap of some of the stuff that I've already mentioned, just because some other people popped in. Pretty much the first thing is that I won't say a lot, I keep saying a lot. Analysts are saying that they don't expect and they don't see Ripple, and they don't see XRP actually staying at these levels for too long, and they don't see them staying at this level. They don't think we're going to be seeing these levels for years to come. So that's something to definitely keep an eye out and keep in mind as well. On top of that, the other thing is that Ripple has decided to cash out and sell 33% of their stake in MoneyGram. It doesn't specify what it is for. I'm assuming that it's going to be something to better the Ripple and XRP in general. I'm sure they have a very good reason why, and hopefully we find out very soon why they decided to do that. On top of that, some analysts are calling for 30 to 40,000 end of year Bitcoin prediction, and I mean that's pretty intense. I'm not saying it's impossible, but that's pretty out there, you know. And if that was the case, obviously that will most likely put us in XRP of roughly $1.50 or something around that range. And that's pretty much my end of year prediction is $1.50 to $2. I want to say $1.50 to $5. Obviously $5 being more of a stretch. But it is looking pretty prime. It is looking pretty positive. If the analysts are right and we are going to continue this bullish trend for years to come, then we're all going to be seeing some very good gains, some very good profits. It is definitely an exciting morning, an exciting time, morning, night. I don't know what it is for you guys, but definitely an exciting time to be in crypto. Definitely an exciting time to be in XRP, specifically if you were in it at like 20-30 cents. Like if you were in it at 30 cents, you doubled your money already. You know, it's wild. And this is what I love about crypto. You know, like you can make gains that you would only see in options trading, right? Because options trading definitely gets you some good gains too. It can lose you a lot too, don't get it wrong. But if played right, you can make a lot doing options, with options, as well as crypto, obviously. But again, the bears decided to resist us at a weird spot. They seem to like to do that a lot. It's been like a trend today or lately with them. I gotta change this. And what I am going to do, guys, I'm probably going to wait for this to pump a little bit more. I know I said this earlier, but I'm probably going to wait for it to pump a little bit more. I want to see it go past 65, and then I'm probably going to end this stream there when we pass that 65 mark. The reason being is because I'm trying to make a debate discussion video on my other YouTube channel about topics and stuff like that. My previous topic was on whether if guns should be should everybody have the right to own guns, right? That was pretty much the discussion, the topic I was having. It kind of blew, I won't say blew up, but it kind of did well on Reddit. I got a lot of opinions and stuff like that, so that was pretty sweet. That was pretty awesome. But yeah, let's see what happens here. I do want to see it past 65 before I decide anything drastic, such as ending the stream. I'm the kind of person that this might be a little bit odd, but I prefer to leave when we're good, when we're going up, you know. Like I don't like to leave when we're dumping, because it's just that's when we need each other the most, right? When it's like dumping like crazy. When it's pumping, obviously, like, you know. And again, the bears did choose the weirdest spot to get into it. And welcome to the stream. I did see somebody else pop in. I won't repeat everything, but just to recap, analysts are saying that we won't be seeing these prices again for years to come. Some are saying that we will see BTC and stuff hit 30-40k, which would probably put us around over $1.50 XRP price wise. And then on top of that, Ripple has decided to sell 33% of their stake in MoneyGram. They haven't disclosed as to why they chose to do this. Excuse me. As to why they chose to do this, we don't know yet. But we can only assume that it's for the betterment of Ripple and XRP. I don't see why else they would decide to do that. MoneyGram is good. It has been a good partnership, and I mean they're still going to be working together, even though they're selling 33% of their stake in it. You got to think about it. Ripple, I think Ripple paid them like $52 million or something like that. So I mean, they're trying to get some back, right? But I do wonder what's actually going on there. Like, why all of a sudden they decided to sell this? You know, everything is XRP is pumping, everything is pumping, and now they're deciding to sell Yeah, 33% of MoneyGram shares. So you just have to see. I think we might potentially get some good news here this December, but we will see. It would definitely add to like the overall feel of the market. It would definitely add to the price, so that would definitely be sweet. Now, have you guys heard of the apparently Ripple partner with Bank of America officially? Um, have you guys heard anything about that? I mean, I haven't done a whole lot of research on that specifically myself because it's a good milestone if that's how it went down, but at the same time, it's like doesn't affect me too much. And again, guys, these growth this time around, it's not like 2017. This is not necessarily mainstream media driven like it was last bull run. This is all organic and healthy growth. I think that we have more people that are actually deciding to hold because they see value as opposed to just trading in and out. So I just like to point that out because this time around it feels different, it seems different, and it is different. We're having these pumps without all these mainstream media like hyping it, you know. And that's the scary part when the media hypes stuff up, you know. It can be scary because at that point people were getting in for the wrong reasons. You know, the people were getting in literally to get wrecked. You know, like they were just getting in to get rich overnight, but the opposite happened, you know. So we are having some very bearish momentum here. I don't see it lasting too long. 63 is probably going to be our next support level, so we might see it drop down to 63 even. And it's kind of like Cohen Van. It's kind of like so I apologize if I said that wrong. It's kind of like what I told you, you know, like after that big pump, like we were gonna expect some red. So this is something that we kind of already expected, but it's not something that really bothers me personally, and I don't think it affects any of us really, because this is healthy. It's needed, you know. You don't want it to keep going up. Well, you do, but like what I mean is like if this just continued going up and up and up and up, then the drawback would have been huge. Like probably would have been over like 10% drawback. I mean, we are meeting some. It looks like we're about to turn this into support. 63, I believe 63 is the support we're looking at right now. So let's see what happens here. We might just go up and down, trade a little bit sideways before we finally decide to break this weird ass resistance level that the bears gave us at 64.8. Such a weird spot. You know what's weird? I have this thing open on my phone. Since I don't have dual monitors, I have to like look at the phone to see the chats. On the actual thing, like it shows like there's like a purple box right here. That's weird because it doesn't actually show it on the actual screen. It doesn't show it. But anyhow, welcome to the stream. 63 is going to be our next support, it looks like. So we will see what happens here probably in the next like 10 minutes or so. We will probably get an answer as to like if we're going to break this weird resistance at 64.8 something. And yeah, in general, it looks like we're primed to hit the high 60s to low 70s today. Just watching this intensely. Let me see something. Actually, I want to see how BTC is doing. Obviously, it's going to look very similar. I feel like BTC's chart feels more awkward. I don't know why. I'm just weird. It just feels more. This one feels like it flows better, and then you look at this one, it's kind of like kind of boxy. I don't know. That's irrelevant. It's just something silly. So it looks like we're going to be doing something similar to this right here. That 63 is going to be very beautiful support. At the same time, I do hope that those people waiting to pick up at a lower price, I do hope we hit those prices for you guys, and then we can continue the uptrend. There's no guarantee, obviously, but I think we might see 58-ish cents again. I was honestly thinking that we might see 46 cents again, but that's becoming more and more of unrealistic in a way, right? Because we are just pumping. Like, the bears are on something today. They ate the bears. Yo, like, you guys gotta stop me sometimes. The bulls ate something good this morning. I don't know what they ate, but they're definitely not playing around today. Obviously, we're gonna have these little drawbacks. That's inevitable. Thank you all who just tuned in, and welcome. The quick recap I can give you guys is that analysts are saying that XRP is not going to be seeing these price ranges for years to come. So, you know, that's something. Obviously, just because the analysts say it doesn't mean it's right, but I'm sure they have a good reason why, and I will probably have to find that out myself so I can bring you guys that out. We might break below 63. I don't see it happening right now, but we might. Oh man, let me check something on my phone just to make sure everything is working properly. Make sure everything is running smoothly, and I will get back. Yeah, I mean, the Bears are not they're not messing around either today, but obviously it's the overall sentiment is bullish, so I don't see them being too much of a hassle. Oh, did I get in that? Man, I got a weird comment. Alright, let me go back so I can pull up the chat. All right. So yeah, I don't see us dipping past 63 in the short term here. Excuse me. We most likely will eventually. Again, we probably will see 60 even. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, the Bulls ate something good today, man, because we're pumping pretty nice today. And we're pretty much picking up where we left off. Like, if you think about it, like, we never should have had that drawback. And I'm just kidding. We definitely did need that drawback just because more people could pick up. And on top of that, it's the healthy thing for the market to do. And thank you all for tuning in to the stream. I'm going to do a quick recap. I'm going to try to not say everything that I've been saying. So it's like, the recap is that analysts are saying that we probably won't be seeing these prices again probably for the next couple of years to come. We are looking pretty good. It's exciting, man. For me, it's 11:28 a.m. I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm drinking coffee too. This is like my second cup of coffee. Yeah, I was gonna start it earlier, but didn't work out that way. I'm also gonna be doing a stream on my other channel. I just started a new YouTube channel. Pretty much it's about debate and discussion. Yesterday's discussion that I picked was, should all people have the right to own guns? And I'm sure you guys might have your own opinions on that too. I just want to see it break that weird resistance we got. And once it breaks that weird resistance, we might end the stream for a little bit. I just wanted to go past that. Although I feel like that's what I said about like 63. Probably is what I said about 63. Let's look at the 5. The 5-day pro looks amazing. Not too bad. Let's look at the monthly. Wow, look at that monthly chart. That's wild. Look at that. And I mean, if you notice, this right here is much different than all these other like fake pumps, little pumps. Yeah, that's looking beautiful. Are we about to pass it? I mean, I guess I can draw some lines here. Actually, that's I feel like we're gonna blow past this very soon, so I don't see the point in drawing anything there. Although that's probably gonna become our next support. So. Again, I do want to take this time to say thank you guys for staying tuned in. I do appreciate you guys being here, communicating and stuff like that. It's pretty sweet, pretty awesome. All right, so that was a pretty good candle. This is probably just gonna be wick at the bottom and uptrend. Well, let's go 64.8. You just break that weird resistance already. Like who does that? Who cares? Just kind of sitting here intensely watching this, hopefully break that, and I'm not hopefully because we know it's going to go past it, but it's just like, come on, bears. Let me see BTC's chart. Yeah, pretty identical. All right, it looks like we're finally going past that point, that weird resistance level they gave us. Honestly, we probably will be blasting to 65 very soon. The Bears don't want us to have it. They don't want us to have it. Sucks for them though, because the Bulls ate good today, man. We're pumping. Of course, these drawbacks are obviously kind of, I guess not a necessity, but hope everybody's having a good day though. Good night, good morning. I mean, it has to be a good one, right? If we're pumping like this. That 78 cents is getting very, very close. I wonder if it's going to have that heavy resistance at 78 cents again. I kind of feel like we're going to go through it like butter this time, but I'm probably wrong there. I can't wait for this to say like 6 right here, you know, where this 0 is, just have like a 6, maybe a 96. You know? The price of 96 XRP would be amazing. Hell, the price of like a couple bucks would be amazing too. All right, so it looks like we're about to try to make a run for it. Finally breaking that weird resistance that they give us at like 64.80 something. The bears are wilding today, giving us this weird resistance levels. We, come on, let's go. Let's go. It went straight to 65. It hit 65, didn't it? Yeah, 65.01. 65 is probably going to be a pretty good support level for us. Oh hell yeah, dude. Well, I haven't skated in a couple of years. I used to skate a lot though. My last skateboard was I forgot what it was. But no, man, I miss skating, dude. Like, the skating days were awesome, dude. Like, me and a couple of friends would just go skate, like, loading docks and stuff like that, some stairs. And, like, go to hit up 7-Eleven, buy some nachos and, like, freaking Arizonas, man. Like, those were good times. Now, of course, during those times, I wish I heard about crypto because I would have jumped in at that time, too. But, you know, it was a good time, man. I miss skating. You skate yourself? Hell yeah, man. I honestly miss it. I was actually looking for my skateboard, but like I can't find it anywhere. Like, cause I was like, you know, it's a good exercise, you know, and it's fun, you know. So I can't think of how many times we got like kicked out and chased out of places though for skating. Like this one dude, like, man, he got mad because we were like his store was like probably his store was like right here, and then there were some stairs around here. So we were skating the stairs, and this dude like runs out of his like freaking I think it was like a barber shop or something. He runs out of his barber shop and like starts screaming and like trying to chase us. And we're like, damn, dude. So what we did, we left, we came back around and then skated the stairs and then left again. That's not why I miss it, but obviously, like, I don't know, the skating days were fun. And I do want to get a skateboard again because, you know, skating is like, once you get to a certain point of skateboarding, like, you can always pick up a skateboard down like years later and you'll still be good, you know, you'll still be able to do your stuff. Excuse me. Oh, look at that. But yeah, guys, I don't see us dropping too hard from here. I do think that if we drop, we might eventually see the 60, 57 at lowest. I would say, at least for the day. I don't see us going. I don't see us dipping too hard from here because I'm pretty sure we're going to hit around 68, 70 cents before we have a decent downturn. Of course, it's not set in stone, so it doesn't mean that it will happen exactly that way. But just based on how everything is going, we're most likely going to be hitting that range and then probably dipping back down to the low 60s potentially. I just got a text. Hold on. Let me just reply to this. All right. This might turn out to be wicked. Let's see what happens. Obviously, if we really wanted to, we can probably draw a support right there, but we're not going to. We're just gonna keep the mouse there. But that's probably going to be wicked. Probably reverse. Not this candle, but the next. Let me just check something. Sorry, just got some messages. Might have to end up having to do something real quickly. All right, so yeah, I mean, I don't see us going past 63.6. It is a possibility, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna bounce back before hitting that point. So definitely stay tuned, man. Get stiff sitting, man. I just stand up and move around. Yeah, I see other people join the stream. Thank you for stopping by. The big thing here is, or I guess the big recap is that analysts are saying that we might not be seeing these prices for years to come. So obviously that's a very, very, very bullish sentiment there, you know, because if they're saying that and it turns out to be true and we don't see these prices for years to come, that means that we're going to be in a huge bull cycle, like huge bull run, you know, because that means that it would be year after year we would see some type of movement up. Now imagine if every year XRP could go, would, I mean, it technically could, but imagine XRP going up by $20 each year. Like, that would be insane. But I do have, I do personally have to end the stream. We were like down here when I was saying that I was gonna end it at 63. Then we got to 63. Then you know, so I mean, I like to end it like this because I hate to leave when it's going down, you know, because I feel like when it's going down, that's when we need to be there for each other, right? But the fact that it's going up and it's looking good, it's looking prime to hit that 70 cent by the end of today. Will it hit it? We will have to wait and see, but it's looking very prime for it. I think that we're going to be retesting this 78 cent mark most likely sometime this coming week. It might even be this weekend, but we'll just have to wait and see. I try not to be like overly optimistic, right? But I do think that we are definitely going to be retesting 78 cents very soon. So definitely keep an eye out for that. And if you're somebody that you're looking to get into it at a lower price, I think that you will most likely be able to get in anywhere around 55 to 60 cent range. I do see us retesting those levels too. Of course, it's not set in stone, so it doesn't mean that it will happen. But it's just the overall market is just, it's primed to retest 78, and it's probably most likely going to, one or two things are obviously going to happen once we hit that 78. We're either going to go blast it like butter and just hit 80 straight up, or we're probably going to meet some pretty hefty resistance at it. If you ask me, we're probably going to blow past it up to 80 and then meet the resistance there, and then probably have a support at 75. Obviously here we're talking about like the future, I guess, right? But I don't think that future is that far away from us. I do think that we're most likely going to be seeing those levels, I apologize, during this coming week. But again, guys, I will have to end it here because I do have to go run and do some stuff. But I will probably be back here in like 2-3 hours or so. And if you guys still are around and want to link back up and then continue this awesome pump going, then we can go ahead and do that as well. I most likely will be streaming again. I don't know. Ever since I started streaming, it's like, I don't know, even if it's just one person watching, if it's two people, or even if it's nobody watching, you know, it's just like, it's fun, you know, like to me it's fun, you know, because like it gives us that opportunity to engage with each other, you know, it gives us the opportunity to like talk to each other in real time, you know, like some of you have been typing in the live chat, and it's like gives me the opportunity to like answer right then and there, you know. Of course, if you ask me a hard question, then I probably will look bad, but you know, it is what it is, right? But I do love it, man. It's awesome. I think that you guys are an amazing community and everything. I think we all see the potential, and I think we all help each other, you know, at the end of the day. But again, I do have to end it here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. There was one of you that stayed with me the whole time. There was times where I went down to one viewer, so thank you so much for the support. Thank you all so much for the support. And again, we're gonna end it here. We'll most likely be back anywhere between 2 to 5 hours, and I do prefer to end it here because I'm not leaving you guys when it's dumping, and I think that's, for me, that's like, it's kind of like a pet peeve, right? I guess, I suppose. Like I don't want to leave when it's like dumping hard, you know. So I think this is a pretty good spot. Hell yeah, brother. Sounds good. Cheers to you guys and enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll probably be seeing you guys shortly here, hopefully. Again, thank you all so much for the support and thank you all for tuning in and take care. And I'll probably see you guys anywhere between 2 to 5 hours.